So, if you're like me and you want a center console for your GX470, but you don't want to pay for the Prado 120 center console with all the shipping and then pulling out your center console and all that, I've got an interesting option for you. Let me show you. That is a Milwaukee Packout center console. Stick around to figure out how I got that in there. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's late and I'm in my shop bored and looking for a project tonight. So, let's see. Everyone knows that the center console for the GX470 is straight garbage, right? There's nowhere really to store anything. They put the DVD player down there that, it's 2025. Nobody uses that anymore. The cup holders suck. So what I think I'm going to try to do tonight is somehow shoehorn this Milwaukee ammo can in here as my new center console. So let's see where that goes. So first off, let's pull some measurements on this box and see if this is even plausible. So we got about 16 inches long, about 10.5 wide, and almost 13 tall. Let's see, we have enough room in between the seats if we pull the armrests off, which mine's in pretty rough shape anyway, so that's no big deal. Let's see, about 16 long. If I go right to the back of the console, that's going to take my cup holders too, but if anybody has one of these, they know if you put anything in these cup holders, it just spills everywhere anyway, so that's kind of not a big deal. And then, let's see, about 13 inches tall. Brings me up right to about the highest point of the armrest, so not 100% on that one yet. But let's get started by pulling these armrests off. So the way you pull these armrests off is get a flathead and pop this little plastic cover off. Then get a 14 mil, and there is a bolt in there that you pop off, and it's a fairly long thread on it. Alright, so bolt out. That's all the way out. And there you have it. Both armrests gone. This is the position with it covering the cup holders. Not bad. Pretty comfy. Maybe a little challenging to get to the gear shift. This is, of course, my cup holder thing stuck. Anyways, this is the position with the cup holders. I don't know. I'm going to play with it a little bit. Look at a couple different angles and just kind of see which one's more comfortable and user friendly. Alright, so Milwaukee box. Perfect. Just way too tall. I mean, you're up, was it 13 inches off that thing? And I don't know, just not comfortable after sitting there for a while. So second idea, 50 cal ammo can. Definitely more comfortable, better height, more of a natural height, but I don't know, just not really big enough either. May try to just build one that will fit in here perfectly, because I don't know. I don't love this either. Okay, we're gonna pull some measurements for this, if I'm gonna build one. Ooh, let's see, we're gonna call that 10 inches. We're gonna call this one 11 inches. And right at about where it's comfortable is about 9. So we're going to do a 10 by 11 by 9 box and see how that turns out. Well, it's morning. I've had a night to sleep on it, and I think I am going to actually go back to the Packout box, but I'm going to modify it. I'm going to cut it down and still use that. So I still want to keep that about 9 inches or so in there. So got a level up here on top, and we're just going to mark the box here at 9 inches. Have our box marked, line up our level on the marks. And try to get as straight a line as we can. And we're going to cut this sucker out. And just like that, we have 2 halves of Milwaukee box. Alright, now I'm just going to kind of clean these edges up a little bit. Now that we've got this all cleaned up, we're going to pull some inside measurements. 8.5 by 13. So now I'm making the notches in the middle so that this thing will sit right. About a 1/2 inch in right here in the middle. These notches cut out. Notches are cut out, and now it slides right on in there. I'm going to stick a couple screws in the sides. If I can get them to line up right. Got the bottom all screwed in. We're going to do something to completely seal it up from the bottom. Upon test fit, this thing looks like it's going to work pretty good. Yeah, I mean, this is good height. And then on the inside, that little space right there in the front looks like it will be able to wedge. If I can get this to sit back down, wedge in there perfectly. And I think we're just going to get this screwed down and call it done. squared it up to the best of my ichrometer abilities, and she's pretty solid. Latch opens, have lots of room, and really just a real center console, you know. So pretty happy with that. Oh. Doesn't look too terribly rigged up in there, but anyways, thanks for watching. If you have any comments on how you might have done it differently, or you like stuff like this, kind of rigging stuff up out of what I have in my shop, be sure to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.